Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we're back in Ravenhill, and we'll need to start making our way to Mithrin to reunite with Prince Durin and with Dori's company. So it's been a long while since last time I record. You might remember from my new schedule video. My wife was pregnant, we were expecting a child, the baby was born, and so I took a break from the game to take care of the baby, as, well, babies do require a lot of time. But now that the little one has grown a little bit, I feel confident coming back to the game. There's a lot of things that have happened in between this period of time. First of all, a new anniversary has come and gone, so my character frame has received an upgrade as well. I did purchase some expansions, and some of them were also given during the anniversary as well, so you will see I have in here some of the goodies from those expansions, but I don't think I'm gonna use any of that, so I'm gonna clear my quick slots in just a moment. What else? I have the Orc's Bane aura on my weapons. That's something that I always wanted to have, but didn't. And I usually tend to retcon this kind of additions to the character, but I don't have a good reason so far. I just want to use it. I think it looks cool. And the reward track has also been added to the game, so I've been getting some of those rewards as well. I'm still using the old allies, the imbued allies, because at least the raw DPS is still a little bit higher. I'm not sure how much of a difference will the traceries make, but I told you before I'm gonna make that change at level 121. That's when I'm gonna upgrade. Who do we have here? Ruzat. What's this? Let's see. Humble Ruzat at your service. True, you will not find all Zhélruka so open to Kishinek. Pardon me, to outsiders. As the world has taught us no such lessons, I am afraid. I myself might have turned my head away and spoken no words to you on the weary, dusty roads that lie behind. Yet, the moment I set my eyes upon these grand peaks, these open spaces, something in my heart opened too. Now, friend, I will be truly honest with you. We are in need of way food. We cannot tarry to cook, for we must keep moving and join with our narrowed up ahead. We have stumbled upon some nuts and berries already, but could use more. Would you, who are well rested and full of vigor, gather some as you go and meet me at Dôm Goru, a small camp up the road? Sure. What else? But it is cold out here. Refreshing, and yet even a dwarf might shiver under his whiskers. We have food now, but we cannot carry a fire with us as we go. What is needed is something warm to wear. Pelts. You might win some of the beasts that hide in the valleys. Wolf and ladber pelts would be warm indeed. Will you gather the pelts and meet me at the Dôm Goru? I know not how many centuries have passed since dwarf feet trod upon these paths. Yet many Zhélruka do so now. They say upon the well-marked path you cannot go astray. Let us do our part to help them and polish up all road markers. I will polish the large ones, will you look after the smaller ones? So there we have it. Geralt is also very excited to be back. I mean, so many things changed, so many things. I got so many new things that I kind of felt overwhelmed. I had forgotten what I was doing, so I also had to go back to my old videos and rewatch a couple of them to remind me of where I was. But I'm feeling pretty confident now. I took my time to make sure I know exactly where I am. You might also notice a slight change in the audio settings, maybe. I've been also playing with my mic filters and with the game settings as well, so I I hope at least that this new audio configuration will sound more balanced to you. I always said how I am a big fan of the game's soundtrack, and I feel that with my previous settings, some of those tracks were kinda lost along the way. So that's why I have changed those settings too. What do we have here? Pine cones. Oh. Well, we also got a deed in here, which is Ered Mithrin Beast Slayer. So we'll start working towards that one as well. You might remember, I mean, it's only been a couple days for you, but we managed to complete all Slayer deeds in the Iron Hills. That was really not that hard, but now we have the Grey Mountains, and those ones are a little bit more tricky. You might have also realized I still have my Stone of the Tortoise equipped. That is intentional. When I took the break from the game, I still took the chance to do some tasks and to increase the reputation with a couple of factions. In fact, I'm almost full rep with the Dwarves of Erebor. I'm saving that for you as well, so that we can see that on camera, but I did a lot of tasks for the Dwarves. And at some point, I forgot to equip the Stone of the Tortoise as I was doing those tasks. So I got about almost 600k of XP. So I'm gonna keep the Stone of the Tortoise equipped a little bit to compensate for that. Now, there should be supposedly some road markers in here. I know, the road markers are a little bit up ahead. That's nice, I was getting worried about that. Thornhold branches, pine cones. Pine cones and wild berries. We also need to keep farming for these belts. I mean, we're almost done with the wolves. That was easy, but these lad bearers are proving to be a little bit more difficult. Gotta say, I'm so excited to be back. And I'm really looking forward to... My god, all the things that we still have to do. We're just getting into the Grey Mountains, which was... Well, still is the content initially released with update 23. And as of the time of recording this, the game is on update 33. We still have 10 updates to cover, plus all the content from the old areas that we have not done yet. So even though the end of the main storyline so far is not far down the road, we have so many things that we can still do in the game. Really excited. I don't know, I hope I remember everything I had planned out, everything I wanted to tell you about. Because I've been away from the game for basically 6 months. And a lot of things have changed. But also... Well, we have a bright road ahead. A very exciting road ahead. So... Ladbirds, do you see any? Because there are tons and tons of wolves. Not so many ladbears. Which... I don't know. I mean, we're almost there to the Grey Mountains. Well, we're technically there now, as we are advancing quests and Slayer deeds for that area, but we have not entered the new map yet. And I mean, that's it, but it seems we still have plenty of berries and pine nuts to gather around here, so let us backtrack a little bit. Yeah, and the ladbears too. So I gotta tell you, something that kinda worries me a little. It's giving me some minor issues, but it's the lag. I mean, you know, the game is quite laggy, some days more than others, but the thing is that on the 15th anniversary, so many new players were drawn to the game that I've been experiencing more lag than usual. And especially, that's noticeable, especially for Wardens. And since I play two different Wardens, I've been struggling with lag quite a bit. So I'm just crossing my fingers, praying to God, praying to Edu and all the Valar that no lag will show during the recordings, please. Okay, so wild berries and pine nuts. Man, this is a lot. And from what I can tell by looking at the map, there are fixed locations for the pine nuts and the berries, signaled by these green rings. So you just gotta, what, run around until you find them all? I'm not sure if there are more pines and berries than what you need. It seems likely, but still. Plus, we still need to find 2 more ladbears, so... And we could technically keep fighting wolves just to grind the Slayer deed a little bit. But that's not my priority right now. Pine cones, where? Oh yeah, there. A ladbear. Yeah, I don't want to attack you, Mountain Heart. Well, please just let me be on my merry way. These last few days, I've also been leveling my captain a little bit. And... well, he still is a little too far from the level cap. Well, he's level 120 something. But I'm still doing the veils with him. And I gotta say, running... I mean, seeing those areas, knowing what's to come, that has also gotten me so excited. It was long overdue for me to resume my playthrough with Beriathan. This is gonna be great. And here we have the last of the Latbers that we needed. Alright, so that's one. We need what? One last pine cone. Yeah, there were more items than what you needed for the quest, but it's still kinda messy. The implementation of this quest, if you ask me. Could have been just a little bit more streamlined, but was not a big deal. And here we are back on the road where we started our backtracking. And here we have the dwarf markers that we'll need to polish. That's basically it, right? Let's zoom out a little bit more and get a clear view of the road ahead. So there we are, Ered Mithrin, the Grey Mountains. Oh yes, it's coming along quite nicely. That's a lot of markers. I think maybe you could have done with a little bit less of this. I mean, 20 of them seem like a lot, and they do take a while. The interaction bar takes a while to feel polishing these ones. I mean, did we really need 20 of this? I don't want to sound like I'm complaining too much because, once again, I'm having a great time. I'm happy to be back. It's just that I'm so eager to move on, to advance the story, that you cannot help but wonder, do we really need 20 of this? Anyway, we're halfway through basically, so that's okay, but still. In the meantime, I think I can clear up some of these quick slots. This Gundabad Crush from the Fate of Gundabad expansion, I don't think I will be using that bit, really. Garlic is more than enough for me. This Shepherd Dog, I have plans for it, but I'm not gonna use it yet. Still a ways off. The Crystal Grim from Gundabad 2, that goes. The Hopeful Swan Kite from Mordor, that goes as well. We have a Corgi, which it's a fun little pet, but I don't think I will be using that much. That looks a little bit better. And here on my pets, you will see I also have this one that I hadn't showed you, a Loyal Swan Knight. I think that opens up some really cool role-playing possibilities, but for the time being I'm gonna stick with Garlic. Furuk-mekhem, the South Gate, and we have a new deed. And you discover Dori and Company resting on the road into the Ered Mithrin. We're gonna talk to Dori then. Beriathan, it is done then? Very good. I have known the Raven Chiefs to be wise counselors, but whether their counsel is good or ill, they speak with sharp tongues. Has the Raven Chief offered you any counsel on our task? We informed Dori that the Raven Chief warned that Tikil Gundu was an accursed place, and that she would not send her ravens there. Accursed? I do not think so, Beriathan. Tikil Gundu has been the doom of many Longbeards, but there is no curse upon it. A curse of dragonkind, perhaps, but nothing more. That is enough talk of Tikil Gundu for now, I think. Let us hope the ravens find some sign of my brother's passage through the Ered Mithrin. There is another matter to discuss, Beriathan. While we waited on your return, a small company of Zhélruka passed through the south gate. They spoke in hushed tones, but I heard enough. It seems they make for a small encampment named Dôm Goru in the foothills of the Ered Mithrin. The Zhélruka are not the most cooperative of dwarves, but I have known them to be keen observers. Either this company or their kinsfolk might know of Nori's passage into the Ered Mithrin, or perhaps where Vethuk Wintermind has fallen. Ask what you must, but do not speak of Thikil Gundu. Their rightful claim to the Still Keep is still a matter of contention between our peoples, and it would be unwise to provoke them needlessly. It seemed from their tone that they did not intend to remain there long, and so I must ask you to ride ahead of our company. Once we have raided ourselves, we will join you at Dôm Goru. That's it, okay. And we have a new deed, the ruins of the Ered Mithrin, 1 out of 11. I don't think we'll have too many issues completing that deed. You know what? But something that I don't remember too well is the Lost Lore. Because Ered Mithrin has also a few Lost Lore pages of different kinds. But I don't remember if you can find some of those pages here out in the open. Some of them can only be found inside instances. And yeah, I don't remember too much about that one. $18, $20, and what? No. Yeah, this is just number 18. And these are the last two, it seems. A different color, why? I don't know. But that's it. Yep, we only need to find Dôm Goru now. I think we can ride a little bit. We also need to find Durin. He is also further down the road. So let us go and look for him. Durin stands among the windswept grasses of the heights.
Did my father send you to bring me back to the lonely mountain?
Botus Frostblood and his band of Zhélruka have gone on ahead, but now that I behold this place with my own eyes, I see some of what has driven them to come here, against my father's command. Durin looks around at the rocky highlands and the towering peaks of the Grey Mountains. Do you see it too? The vast mountains, the untouched valleys, the hidden recesses beneath them. Each holds the promise of adventure. My father's throne room is no place for me. I should not waste my years there in study and in idleness as he did. No, I belong here, in the unexplored wilderness. I should seek its lost treasures, just as my people have done for thousands of years. Only then will I find the glory that is to be mine. Uncle Nine would understand, even if my father does not. I am not going back until I have proven I am worthy of my name, Beriathan. Remember our deeds in the Ironfold? You are a good companion and a reliable friend to me. I ask you to adventure with me here, and together we will achieve great things.
There will be adventures enough for both of us, I am certain of that.
I will not look back fondly upon the time I spent in Jarnfast, kept from honor and glory, but something at least came from the captivity of my youth. Many were the tales I heard, and many were the maps I studied, and now that we are here among the Grey Mountains, I will see these subjects with my own eyes, and thereby make them real. There should be a narrow passage to the northwest of here, the Worm Gap, bored through the very stone by the dragonkind that came down from the north. Let us see if any of their kin still inhabit the gap, and bring battle to them if they do. I would like to pass through the Worm Gap to the Wither Heath beyond, and see the Great Anvil for myself. Many tales tell of the Anvil, and dreams of it have fired my imagination since I was small. Oh, interesting what Durin is saying there about his dreams. We'll come back to that later. For now, this is also the entrance to Dôm Goru. You discover a small encampment of Zhélruka just off the road into the Ered Mithrin. And I think this is a good time as any to remove the Stone of the Tortoise and continue with what we are doing. This mixture will do. We have grown hungry from so much walking. All my brethren will be grateful for your efforts. How butchered! These belts are just the thing. You have done much. I will make sure these belts get to only the coldest dwarves. We poor Zhélruka have traveled far, farther than you can imagine, only to reach Erebor. Here, the way is harder and harsher than ever. I will linger here and tend to my brethren as they come through. You will not linger, but go on, I know. Yet, I will be ever thankful for your friendly help on the road we share. Where did you go, Rosette? We also have Flint-eye in here. Ah, for Nori's expedition, yes. What brings a man like you so far into the Grey Mountains? You explained to Flint-eye that you seek a company of longbeards that pass through the Grey Mountains and that you have also come in search of the remains of the cold drake, Bethuk Wintermine. Flint-eye is my name, and if you are in search of something, I will know where to find it. Indeed, the fate of those longbeards and the cold drake are known to me, but information of that sort is valuable. Very valuable. I will offer it to you for a price. The worms, drakes, and dragons of the Grey Mountains have slowed my journey. If you were to remove some of them from my path, I could be convinced to share what I know. Do we have a deal? Yeah, deal. Defeat drakes. What do we have here? Kingclaw, Holcorn, Wristfell. Yeah, 6 different bounties. But yeah, we're gonna pick them all. First of all, let us grab the Stable Master before I forget. So let us see what we have here. The bounty notice is written in a flowery script. Its author must have taken a while to set down his message. It reads, "We Zhélruka prize our claim to these mountains, but the rocky cliffs are home to other less noble denizens. The Mithrin worms claim them as well, and do not willingly surrender their hold. Strike them down and show we are as ever to be feared. But I urge caution in one respect. Worms of a reddish copper hue will put up a fight but can't be bested. But if you see a worm with ice blue scales, you may have found Holcorn, more ferocious than these others. He may be a worm of a different brood, I cannot say for certain. I offer a reward to any who can rid these mountains of Holcorn and thin the ranks of the Mithrin worms that threaten our expedition. Consider it done." The bounty notice reads, "Who among you has not known the fear of a bear's skull in the woods? It is a warning to keep away, a distant threat, but it is different here in the Ered Mithrin. Here the Latbears will give you little notice of its ire. Before you know you are hunted, it is upon you, its red eyes full of hate, its sharp teeth slavering. Of all the Latbears that prowl these mountains, none is more dangerous than the one named Crystalfell. A reward to any who can bring him down along with others of his lot." And finally, Kingclaw. The bounty notice is written in a shaky hand as if the author feared he might be interrupted. It reads, "The air is thin up here, they all said it. You might be able to see further than in the lowlands, but the thin air makes it harder to hear sounds from far away, especially with the wind whistling among the rocks the way it does. I didn't hear the hawks until it was nearly too late. They flew down from the heights, clawing and scratching, trying to get at my eyes. My hands are covered in scratches, but at least I kept my eyes. For now, anyway. For now. Cursed birds. I will give a reward to any who slay the great hawks of the Ered Mithrin, especially the largest and foulest of them. Kingclaw I have named him. He will never have my eyes, no matter how much he desires to dine upon them." So that's one side of the board, and what do we have in here? The bounty notice is written on coarse paper. It reads, "I thought it was a tree at first, but what tree could exert such a menace? It was more troll than tree, if you want this dwarf's opinion. What do you do with a thing like that? Chop it down? Stack it for lumber? I don't know. What I do know is that something should be done about it. I offer a reward for anyone who can uproot some of these wood trolls from the Ered Mithrin. If you see the worst of the lot, the one that folk of this high place is called Grasadru, be sure to give him your special attention. I don't like trees at the best of times, but these wood trolls make for the worst of times, if you ask me. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Sorry, I couldn't resist. And I don't know more of it, so we'll have to do for now. The bounty notice is written in a messy scroll. It reads, I heard a howling among the high cliffs, and it echoed from rock to rock until I could no longer remember the silence beforehand. It was not the howl of one wolf, no, it could not be. It seemed to be the howling of every wolf that ever stalked the high crags of the mountains. But one was first. One set them all going, and I named him Moorstalker, larger and more frightening than the others. My brethren called me mad, but I know what I heard. I offer a reward for any who can bring down Moorstalker and the others of his pack. Let the Ered Mithrin no longer echo with the sound of their call, and I will know my reward was well earned. And finally, Black Horn. The bounty notice is written in a messy and hasty scroll. It reads, He stood atop a great cliff, and I knew he spied me from afar. Blackhorn, mightiest of the rams that ruled the Ered Mithrin, stalked me for days, he did. I can still hear the sound of his hoofs on the stone behind me. Clop, clop, clop. When will it end? I offer a reward to any who can rid these mountains of Blackhorn and the rest of his kin. I never want to hear the sound of hoofs on stone ever again. Clop, clop, clop. Jesus, man, chill out. Gonna help you. Don't need to get that upset. So yeah, let us begin taking care of all this. So we have wolves, hawks, rams. The whole package, really. The question is... I don't remember this one very well, but should I venture to the Wither Heat and the Anvil right now, that Durin is asking me to do so? Or will there be another chance of going there? Ered Mithrin Dragonkind Slayer. What do we have here? How many of those? 80. That's gonna take a while. So here we have a lot bear. Gotta keep looking. A Wolverine. No, I don't think a Wolverine is what I'm looking for. These hawks, however... I can keep doing this for a little bit longer. It's been lots of fun. And I gotta say, yeah, I also missed being this kind of overpowered. Not as overpowered as how we were in Minas Tirith and Mordor, but still feels really nice being able to one-shot or two-shot most enemies. That's gonna be a short-lived joy as we keep leveling up and the other enemies keep also growing in power, but we'll enjoy it while it lasts. Didn't get it? Oh, come on. There's another worm in here. Oh, I almost forgot. I had not activated my tracking artifact skill. And I still need to level up my scholar. That's not gonna complete itself. Now, what else? Where else do we go? Leave me alone, heart, would you? So we have a wolf in here. A ram in here. Making good progress, I would say. Yeah, that's what I meant. A little bit of lag there. Something manageable though, so not that bad. Goat, no, we're not looking for goats. Huh. Dragon worm, bones, dragon bones. What will we find in here? The drakes, yeah. Nothing noteworthy, it seems. Completed Ered Mithrin Beast Slayer. So what do we have in here? Defeated many beasts in Ered Mithrin, 40 out of 40, 5 points, some reputation. Now we have the advanced tier, 80 beasts. Seems doable, doesn't seem so bad. I mean, we basically completed the first tier in, what, about half an hour? So yeah, I think we're making good progress today. Ah, the last ram, there we go. Yeah, perfect. So where is Blackhorn exactly? A little bit to the west, okay. The Way of Dwarves, Folkhorn, Moorstalker. Okay, I think we can stick to this area that we've been traversing so far. Well, we find the wolves and ladbearers, so that we can then continue our journey west. That's right. Another worm in here. How many hawks? Not sure. Okay, we need one more hawk. And I can already see it. So, King Claw, where is it? Oh, okay. We're getting close. We can keep pulling all these guys. This seems like a good place to stop. There we go. Fulcorm, where is he? Okay. Yeah, I think most of these bounties are intended to... I mean, you are not supposed to do them all at once. And as soon as you get them. Because some of these bosses will be in locations that you will get to visit much more later. But it's something to look forward to. In any case. For example, Grizzlefell. Yeah, these are all areas that we'll get to at some point. Let me see about my bounties. Blackhorn. Okay. We need to defeat wood trolls, but this is not an area in which we can find them. And we also need to defeat some more wolves and some more worms. So that we can get some news about Nori and his company. And well, I wouldn't bother about the wolves too much. There are many other areas in which you can find them. So maybe we can start making our way back towards Dôm Goru and looking for the worms. I think that should be the priority right now. Of course, if I find a wolf like this one, I'm not gonna skip it. But the priority are the worms. The worms and maybe some tasks if we have enough items for that. That's another thing I forgot to mention. In between the expansions I purchased and the ones that were given during the anniversary and all the gifts and everything, I have some new carryalls. So I have a new carryall for crafting, I have a new carryall for tasks. I think I also have one for traceries that I should be using. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. As soon as I can, I'm gonna check the carryalls and see how can I organize my inventory better. I mean, it's not that bad as you can see, but it can still be a little bit better. It's a little too crowded, but I still have space. So that's the important part, right? Dragons and worms. I think you misheard me, man. I asked you to defeat dragons, not their feeble offspring. Do you expect me to part with any worthwhile information and information about longbeards, no less, for such a pittance? You would have saved the both of us time if you had just handed me a bag of gold. In fact, why don't you do that? 10 gold coins and I'll tell you what I know. It is a fair price for such knowledge. 10 a bag of gold coins, but what? Do I need to buy it from? Yeah, the vault keeper. Oh, jeez. And the thing is, I have my town services in here, but this vault keeper is not going to sell you. I mean, you cannot buy the bags of gold from here, so... Okay. So, okay, basically. What do you want me to do? I mean... Is there a milestone in here? There should be, but there isn't, it seems. Ah, this is going all backwards. Let me see what task items you have in here. Dwarf sword sheath, rock tails, stone upbraided skin, wither claw, wither ear. Well, I can get some hides. Why not? I don't think I have still enough items for the 10 tasks, so I'm not gonna do that. And in the meantime, what? Do you want me to, I don't know, go back to Dori? Is Dori going to pay for this? I really don't wanna go all the way back to a vault master just for a bag of gold. So maybe we can see if we can find some more wolves in the meantime while I decide what to do with this. God, it seems I will need to go back to the Vault Keeper. Maybe I can do that off camera. Let me just double check that Dori, in fact, is not gonna help us with this one. Dori, come on. You could help me in here. Not even wolves either. And, well, we could technically backtrack our way back to the Dale Lands. There were plenty of wolves there and we can make our way to the vault, but... why are you making me do this? I want to keep moving west, not back east. So, Dori doesn't have a solution for us right now. Let us go to Dôm Goru. Let's see if we can find some more wolves along the way. If not, well, we'll leave it like that for today. But I don't see any wolves. I mean, even these 5 that we already got, we struggled a little to find them. Ah, you know what I can do? course, I can't send that bag of gold from another character. So that way I don't have to go all the way back to a Vault Master just for a bag of gold. Especially considering I do have the gold. I don't know why you are not receiving it, as it is, Sarah. I think you're more interested in the bag than you are in the gold itself. But no matter, I already have a solution for it, so I feel very confident about it. But yeah, well, I need to log another character so that I can do this, and I think we've already taken enough time today. So I'll see you on the next one, and we'll continue working with the dwarves of the Grey Mountains. For the time being, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.